Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You made it through Monday. Hopefully, it wasn't too much of a Monday, but either way, you got through it. We're on to Tuesday, making our way through the week, and I'm here to bring a little bit of positivity, a few smiles, as many mornings as I possibly can to kind of help get you through the week, to help get you through the day. Baby steps to help get you through the next 5 minutes, whatever it might be. I apologize, a little bit late today. As I always say, it's always an ish on these starting times. Got to get things together. It's early in the morning trying to throw everything together, but hopefully we'll have some fun this morning. So, how are you doing? Welcome to it. It is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Hopefully you're week is off to an amazing, amazing start. But there was some fun stuff that came out yesterday and some interesting stuff and some surprising stuff. Hey, good morning, Marianne. Good to see you here this morning. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that you're here. Appreciate that you're here, of course. Absolutely. So, yeah, this was fascinating. I did not expect this to come out yesterday. Apparently, Disney is going to be tied in with F1 racing coming up here in the very near future. I guess starting in 2026. They're going to be tied in with F1 racing, which is extremely. I don't know if it's as popular here in the United States, but around the world, F1 racing is extremely popular. And Disney tying itself with F1, I think, is a great deal for both brands. Obviously bringing more exposure, especially in the United States, to F1 racing. But then also, the popularity of F1, Disney, everything else. It's amazing. Apparently, they're going to share with many experiences, some content, all sorts of merchandise. It'll be interesting to see what happens coming up here. Didn't release a lot of details that I saw yesterday for this. It was pretty much a surprise. I don't know if anybody knew this was coming, but really cool. I'm sure many more details to come, especially as we approach into the new year, into 2026. When that F1 season gets started. So yeah, very cool. Interesting news for sure. Also, this came out yesterday, apparently, as we're building up towards Toy Story 5. We found out that Conan O'Brien's going to play a bit of a role in it. Apparently, he's going to play a character named Smarty Pants. Okay, why not? It'd be interesting to see that. Conan O'Brien, funny guy. Can't wait to see what comes out of this as Toy Story 5 approaches. Very cool. Also, by the way, I don't even know if it's aired yet, but very soon, at some point today, we're going to be getting the trailer for Zootopia 2. I love Zootopia. Michelle loves Zootopia, the original Zootopia. Excited for Zootopia 2 coming out this November. Excited to see our first peek into kind of what it's all about with the first teaser trailer that's coming out at some point a little bit later today. That's exciting as well. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, this is a good day because today happens to be National Rescue Dog Day. So do you have a rescue dog? I hope so. If you have a dog, I hope it's a rescue dog. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to help these dogs that maybe have not been put in the best circumstance, get left to shelters or wherever it might be. And then you adopt them and add them to your family. Just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Definitely, if you can, you should do a rescue dog. We do not have any dogs. We've decided that we've got too many other things going on, that a dog in our life, as much as we love dogs, would be a little bit extra, too much to add to what we have going on. And not to mention Scott, dogs. Sometimes he gets a little freaked out by it. So there'd be a process that we'd have to go through if we brought a dog into our house. Which is funny because he does love dogs from afar. He likes to point out dogs from afar. But if one gets close to him, doesn't want any part of that. But anyway, I digress. My apologies. Rescue dogs is the way to go. So if you are looking to add to your family, today's the day to get to your local shelter and add with a rescue dog, or donate to a shelter, or do whatever, volunteer at a shelter, whatever. They do such amazing things to help these wonderful dogs that have been through some troubles in their life, through no fault of their own. So yeah, rescue dogs, amazing. Today is National Rescue Dog Day. Something else that may need some rescuing. You've heard it maybe in the news. You've heard it out there. Bees definitely need rescuing. The bees numbers have been going down, unfortunately, and we really need bees. Well, today is National World Bee Day. So, yeah, get out there. I don't know how you celebrate bees. You can buy some honey. I don't know, but support anybody that is out there trying to help with the bee population. Get more flowers, get more ways for them to pollinate, to feed, to enjoy nature. We need bees in this world. They do so many things to help create they help. You've heard about the birds and the bees. The bees are pollinating so many of the plants that are around us are so important, and bees are so important. I know they can be a nuisance sometimes, but they are very, very important. And today's the day to celebrate bees. One way you can celebrate it is you can watch the Bee Day episode of Phineas and Ferb, because we love Phineas and Ferb. And I know I'm going to speak for Michelle here. This is one of her favorite episodes. She loves Bee Day. One, because yeah, it's a funny story. It's a fun story, but also are some interesting lessons. They have played a song. I think it's called the Waggle Dance or something along those lines that kind of teach some interesting facts about bees and how they communicate with one another and tell where like flowers are, everything. It's pretty fascinating. Highly recommend. Well, always highly recommend you watch Phineas and Ferb. New season coming June 5th, by the way. But also go check out this episode because, as we like to say, Phineas and Ferb always funny, interesting, entertaining, but also they do pass along some interesting knowledge throughout this show. Really, really great show. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, B-Day episode. Check it out for sure. Hey, this is something I found interesting today. Speaking of bees, is National Sugar Bee Apple Day today. And I don't think I've ever had a sugar bee apple, but reading about them, I think I want to go find sugar bee apples, because what sugar bee apples are is apparently they were developed in the 90s. And it happened in a Minnesota area where basically a honey crisp apple was pollinated, or an apple tree was pollinated by another kind of Minnesota variety, by bees. Yes, we're talking bees today, by bees. And they created this new form of apple called sugar bee apples that are very sweet. I love honey crisp apples because of their sweetness. And apparently this is even like the next level of this. Very sweet, very crisp. I need to go hunt some down today. Sugar bee apple day. Fantastic. Wonderful. I need to find some of those because that sounds delicious. I have an apple virtually every day. I'd love it today to be a sugar bee apple. I don't think it's going to be, but I'd love it to be. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, if you want to get outside today, maybe not so much in Florida, not necessarily the season, but California, great. It's National Pick Strawberries Day. So get out and do some strawberry picking. If you're all our friends in California, there are some great strawberry fields in and around. I know many in San Diego where you can get out and you can pick your own strawberries. And could you get any better strawberries than something picked fresh off the vine? No, absolutely. The answer to that question is no. They are beautiful, wonderful, tasty, flavorful. Love strawberries, and today's the day to go out and pick them. Like I said, it's not really strawberry season in Florida, although you can grow things virtually any time of year. Florida, California, same thing. That is more in November through early April, but mostly in like November, December. Really, really good. They have strawberry festivals out here in Florida. You can get some of the best strawberries in the world out in Florida during that time. So not really the time of year here, but California, great, great strawberries at this time of year. So get out and pick some strawberries today. Why not? Want to stay in today instead? It is going to be hot here in Florida today. I think it's supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far today here in Florida. Well, good news for you is National Streaming Day today. And if there are some platforms that you do not have right now, there are some deals out there. Go do some research. There are deals on for streaming platforms that you may like or may want to rejoin. What we do is we do not have like cable right now or any of the main streaming services that do full range of channels. We just do the smaller streaming services, and then as we decide we want to watch things on them, we add them and then we take them away. So we're not paying for everything all the time. We pick and choose what we want to keep. I mean, we always have like Disney Plus and Hulu. I think there are shows we like, including the local news that we watch on Peacock. There's stuff on that comes out on CBS that we like to watch on Paramount. So we almost always have those in our house. But as far as like Netflix, Apple TV, go through some of the others, we add those and subtract them depending on when we want to watch certain series or whatever it might be. And so that's kind of a way we've helped, with our television budget per se, because that's just how we found it was working best for us. But whatever works for you. Anyway, if there's a streaming service you're interested in, check into it today on National Streaming Day, because there may be a discount, there may be a deal, there may be a free trial, anything. Check into it today for sure. If you're staying inside, this is something that I would love to have today. I don't think I'll be making one today, but I have in the past, and I've really enjoyed many, many in the past. Today is National Quiche Lorraine Day. And oh yeah, I do love a good quiche, and especially a good quiche Lorraine. We've been lucky enough to go into Paris, into France, and sampled some wonderful quiche Lorraine there. It is a French dish after all. Usually consisting, of course, it's a kind of a tart shell or a pie shell with eggs, made with eggs, heavy cream, usually bacon, sometimes ham, but usually bacon, and Gruyere cheese or Swiss cheese. Just all those things. Yeah, those are all fantastic things. Put them all together, bake it. Yes, fantastic. I love a good quiche Lorraine, and today's the day to enjoy it. Quiche Lorraine, perfect with a little salad on the side. Delicious, wonderful, yummy. Enjoy a quiche Lorraine today if you get the chance to, for sure. I'm trying to think if they can try a quiche Lorraine out at Disney at the French Pavilion. Not sure. Maybe the hall. I'm not sure. But either way, if you get a chance, quiche Lorraine, really, really good, and not that difficult to make. Especially if you want to try and make your own pie crust, that elevates the difficulty level a little bit. But you can always buy a pre-made pie crust and work that way. And then it's not that difficult. Think about it. Yummy, good, delicious, wonderful, for sure. Hey, if it's your birthday today, again, it is May 20th, 2025. Very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about one of the greatest actors of all time? Jimmy Stewart would have been 117 today. Yeah. Born on this day in 1908. Of course, we lost him way back in 1997, but so many great roles. I mean, can you go through the holiday season without watching It's a Wonderful Life at least once? I can't. I know Michelle can't. We need to watch that. But some of his other great roles, he won an Academy Award for The Philadelphia Story. Funny role, Harvey. He was tied in with Alfred Hitchcock movies a bit, doing Rear Window and Vertigo. Just so many great roles. One of the greatest actors of all time, unquestionable. Jimmy Stewart. His birthday today. Great singer, personality, actor. Yes, Cher. She turned 79 today, born on this day in 1946. She's done so many amazing things. Of course, the Sonny and Cher show, but some of her great albums and songs. I love Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Dark Lady, so many more modern songs that she's done really well. Of course, great actor as well. She's won the Academy Award for Moonstruck, but she's also in Mermaids. I loved her in Witches of Eastwick. So many great roles. She's won, like I said, an Academy Award. She's won a Grammy. She's won an Emmy. If she ever gets on the stage, maybe she can finish the EGOT, because she's won pretty much everything else. Happy birthday to Cher today. How about a great singer, unfortunately no longer with us, but man, did some great things over his career. Joe Cocker. Would have been 81 today, born on this day in 1944. Unfortunately, we lost him back in 2014, but go down the list of songs. Feeling All Right. Remaking a couple Beatles songs with a little help from my friends. She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. You Are So Beautiful to Me. He won a Grammy for Up Where We Belong, the duet he did with Jennifer Warnes. Just an amazing career. He's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, as is Cher, by the way, both Rock and Roll Hall of Famers now. Very happy birthday to Joe Cocker. He may be best known for, if you watch him when he sings, he really gets into it. He is like all over the map when he sings. He was really fun. Anyway, yeah, happy birthday to Joe Cocker. And finally, last but definitely not least, top right there, that is Timothy Oliphant. He turns 57 today, born on this day in 1968. You may know him from things like Deadwood. He was nominated for an Emmy for playing in Justified. If you know him from the Star Wars universe, he played the Marshall Cobb Vanth in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, but many, many roles in movies, television shows. He made some cameos in The Office, The Good Place. He's done some amazing things over his career. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Shameless self-promotion time before I get out of here today. We did drop our latest episode on Sunday. Hopefully you've checked it out. If you haven't yet, please go check it out, download it, enjoy it. We talk all about Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Celebrate Happy. We delve into it deeply, and Michelle discusses a lot of the amazing, amazing stuff that is coming to Disneyland or has already started at Disneyland, because the celebration has begun for the 70th birthday party for the happiest place on earth. All sorts of fun things you can experience, food you can try, different events, all sorts of stuff going on to celebrate the big party. And yes, our video episode is out now. If you subscribe, if you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you probably already know this, but it was dropped earlier this morning. The video version of that episode. We have some slides to go along with stuff we discuss. And plus you get to look at Michelle, and who can complain with that? I mean, you don't need to see me any more than this, definitely. But man, you get to see Michelle. So that's always good. So hopefully you'll check out download and listen to our of course podcast episode, but then go on to the YouTube channel and check out the video episode as well. And appreciate anybody who's done any of those things. Thank you so much. If you ever listen to our show at any time, it could be this episode, it could be any episode. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much. And we hope you continue on in the future. But even if you don't, thank you for stopping by. We always appreciate that. All right, going to get out of here. Everybody have an amazing, amazing Tuesday. You got this. You got this. And as I like to say every day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I will be back with you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. ish, to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody have a magical day. I'll see you tomorrow.